such guys shady dealings in the nightlife and exactly for faint of heart. The red light district, for example, is smack dab in the middle of the city, right next to all them.
What the? Dude, has he lost? What is happening? This is Satan.
Office building.
Teachers capping them softly. He's here to play every single fucking day. Toxic teachers capping them softly, making money by being fucking funny. Toxic teachers capping them softly.
Hey, what's going down, guys? You are here with episode 25 of Camping Them Softly, and I don't even have my... What the fuck? I don't have my applause up. Oh my God. Here we go. Hang on. You can hear it in the background. I'm trying to get everything pulled up. I'm kind of out of nowhere here. And then let me see. I could do it. Welcome to episode 25. And there we go. You see? I got it. It just took a second. It took me a second. But we did it. All right, guys, it's been 25 episodes. It's really hard to believe. By the way, you can find me online, Toxic Teacher TTV, on Twitch, TikTok, Twitter, X, Instagram, all that good stuff. On YouTube, you can find me at The Toxic Teacher. And I just want to thank everybody for coming by. We are, like I said, episode 25. It's hard to believe. We've been around since like January. And we're still going strong through the ups and the downs of Dead by Daylight and other things, you know, that it's been very exciting, and it's been a ride, and there's been so much going on. Sometimes, you know, not always, but you know, we've gone through big news. We've also gone through weeks where there isn't a lot of news. And I think maybe this week is one of those weeks. There's not a whole lot going on. Tomorrow, I'm recording this on the 26th. So I believe tomorrow is the PTB goes live. So we're going to have Dracula, and then we're going to have Trevor Belmont tomorrow. And then also, I think next week we have, I'm reading here, I think next week is casting of Frank Stone, I believe. Let me see if I can find the release date real quick. I think it is casting of Frank Stone. And what's cool about that is actually it's a single player game. It's kind of like playing a movie where you get to make decisions as the game goes, and those decisions influence the story. If you're playing on Twitch, your viewers can actually make decisions there, which is pretty neat. I'm still looking, but if you, like I said, I've been telling you guys about the Dark Pictures anthology. I definitely recommend you play that if you have not already. I think it would also be a good intro to kind of the style, because it looks the same. So that would be like Until Dawn, The Quarry, Man of Medan, and then the sequels to Man of Medan would be in the, you know, kind of in there. Yeah, it shows September 3rd is the release date on casting of Frank Stone. So the closer we get, the more excited I get about it. And we'll see, you know, I've already pre-ordered, so I will be streaming that, and we'll see what happens. I'm excited. I'm a little excited. And by the way, guys, I want to let you know the last episode that we just had is the fastest downloaded episode that we have had since we started.
Give me a hell yeah. What?
You got that right. You have that correct, sir. And it's amazing, man. We're getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. I don't know where it's going to end. I don't know what's going to happen. We're still the worst Dead by Daylight podcast out there. We're like a 4 podcasts or a 5 podcasts. We are still dead fucking last, and I wouldn't have it any other way. I want it to be dead last.
You gotta give him that huck too and spit on that thing.
Yes, I do get you. Anyway, I do want to begin by, we're going to talk a little bit about Dead by Daylight. There's just not a lot to go on right now because we're just waiting for the PTB to come out. we'll see what happens with Dracula, what happens with Trevor. Are these changes to the other killers going to be that big? You know, Nemesis is getting some changes. Dredge is also getting some changes. You know, is this going to be a big, huge change, the 8.2.0? I don't think it's going to be a big, huge change. I don't think anything groundbreaking is coming out of this. You know, it's going to be a new killer. It's going to be a new survivor. We're going to see him a lot for a while, and then it's going to go back to the way it was. You know, we may see him used, you know, 10, 15% of the time. He's going to drop. Trevor, you know, we'll see him for a little bit, and then he'll go right back to kind of middle to the bottom, just like all the new survivors do. And then what I did find though, and I want to talk to you about, is a really cool, I wonder if I have something. Do I have something? Do I have like a little intro here? I don't have any news today, so let's go to, and now for something interesting. Okay, that's what I've got. That's what you've got to like it, because that's all I've got. Anyway, let me go through this. There was a Reddit post that I really enjoyed that I wanted to share with you guys. I only read part of it. You know how I do, right? You know I'm not going to go through and read and take fucking notes and then plan out what I'm going to say, right? I'm going to bumble through it. I'm going to and ah my way all the way through. And by the way, if you guys were wanting the geography, where the listeners are at the very beginning, you're going to get that at the end. You are not going to get that right now. And yeah, I know. I apologize. I want to apologize because I know some of you like it. Some of you have written in. You do enjoy that part. But some of you don't. And you want that at the end. So, you know, you can't make everybody happy. And that's one thing you've got to learn in life, is that you will never be able to make everyone happy. I was talking to somebody on the stream about this. One of the key things you can learn in your life, and see how do you see how we're totally off topic now? That's why, is because we think about stuff. We're thinkers here. We're not free thinkers because we don't think freely. We think when I tell you you could think. But anyway, let's get to it. One of the key things you could ever learn in your life is to not give a shit about what people think of you. I think the more you know that, the better off you're going to be. And I wish I'd learned it earlier in life, but lo and behold, I did not. So anyway, that is my, if you are one of the younger listeners here, that is my advice to you. So let me go through this Reddit post that I like. And I'm going to have actually, I do have some news. I've got some news. Of fucking news. Actually, I do have news for you. Hang on, I do have an intro on the news. Hang on, here it is. Let me see if it even works. No, that's not it. I thought it was. That's not it. Hang on. I've got it somewhere. Just shut the fuck up so I can find it. Where'd it go? We've got the news intro. I thought I had one. Because we had talked about this, right? Like we had talked about having a news intro, and I can't even remember. See, I don't even remember episode to episode what the fuck happened, because I had made like a news thing, and I don't remember if I did it on stream or not. Here, what about... That one's not the one I wanted, though. Hang on. Is this the news? No. Here, let me see if this one's it. Yeah. Oh, yeah. News. It's a fucking news. Fucking toxic. Toxic news. Newsy news. There we go. That's it. Okay, there we go. That's it. I'm going to have to download that one actually now because I haven't been downloading them, so I've been playing them off Chrome. I don't like that because the volume's all goofy. Anyway, so we do have news. We have a new moderator on our Discord. It's an AI that I've invited in. The name of our AI is none other than the Italian mobster, Nicky Spaghetti Arms. He takes after Trevor, if you remember. We called Trevor Belmont Spaghetti Arms. This is Nicky Spaghetti Arms AI Dente. Let's give it up for old Nicky Spaghetti Arms. He's gonna come in. He's gonna tell us about this post. Thank you, Nicky. Thank you, Nicky. By the way, the conversation with Asher last time about the US versus the UK, that did get quite a bit of talk. So anyway, here we go. Can you tell us, Nicky, darling Nicky, if you guys remember that? I don't know if you remember that. It's the Prince song. So here we go. The discussion is, tell me something interesting about your main that most people probably don't know about. So somebody posted this on Reddit. So I was hoping, well, I'm going to learn some stuff, right? Because if you only post it, most people don't know, you're going to learn something. So here we go. Nicky, can you tell us something that we don't know about as for a man?
As Myers, if you Maury someone...
Oh, wait, hang on. Nicky, you're talking about Michael Myers. Here we go. Nicky, help me out.
As Myers, if you Maury someone with the purple tombstone add-on, but do so as it runs out, basically it's about to run out, and then you kill them, and it runs out while you're still in the kill animation.
Okay.
The amount of evil you have to stalk while in tier 2 is less than if you killed someone, then reverted to tier 2.
Okay, so if you kill someone while it's running out, then you have less to get back up to tier 3. So that's a new thing. I didn't know that. So if you wait until right as the tier 3 is running out and you Maury them, then you kind of skip some of it. Okay, Nicky, keep going here with your thought.
This is because when Myers runs out of tier 3, he naturally only gets about 30-40% of his stock bar filled for him by default.
Okay.
When back in tier 2. Whereas if he Mauries someone with the tombstone piece, he only gets like 10-15% stock. However,
Okay.
in this scenario, tier 3, by technicality, runs out normally
He has some-
even if you're in the kill animation. Meaning even if you technically killed someone, you're already back in tier 2 standard once they're dead. So no default stock is lost when reverting. As Myers.
Okay, there you go. So that is one thing you didn't know about Myers. You want to kill them right as it's reverting. Okay, so we got another one. So I'm not gonna have Nicky read them all. I'll read some. Nicky might be able to read some. But here's one. As the dredge, you only need to lock one locker of a group, against the dredge. This if you're a survivor. And you're playing against a dredge. If there's a group of lockers, you only need to lock one because the dredge will always teleport to the one that's locked first. I don't know if that's true. Somebody would need to. I'm not totally sure.
What in the hell is this crap?
Somebody would have to find that. Somebody would have to figure that out. Okay, here's the next one you may not know about. Are you ready for this? You may not know. This person says, I find both of my mains attractive. That's probably not a good thing. Their two mains, just FYI, are the Artist and the Plague.
Oh, sexy girlfriend.
That is kind of gross. Somebody said they can see why on the artist, but Plague is like, no, thank you. And they said, yeah, I don't know why I find Plague attractive, but I just do. Okay, so here we go. Let me see. For the Demogorgon, the bug that makes you swing if you try to shred quickly has been in the game since the Stranger Things PTB. Okay, that's interesting. So somebody said it is a bug. Let me see what else. Let's see she's not a child. I don't even know what that means. Is that Sadako? Is that saying Sadako is not a child? Or is Victor a baby? Like I remember that is like, I can't remember. They had at first said Victor was a baby, and then they said Victor wasn't a baby. But then one of the add-ons is like a baby teeth. So where did the teeth come from if he's not a baby? Like, why would you have teeth? You have random baby teeth, but you have no baby. I
Gotta give him that.
Oh no, that's the wrong fucking one.
Ahoy, ladies!
There.
Didn't see you there. Would you guys like to set sail on this ocean
Okay.
of flavor with me? I'll be your captain. I'm Steve Harrington.
So that's let me see. Oh, here's something. I'm just scrolling the Reddit right now. So you're with me as I'm scrolling and just giving uninformed opinions. Here's something on the store that's been bugging me since they updated this fucking store is the little exclamation marks. If you know what I mean, like that there's something new, right? Is that sometimes it's fucking impossible to get rid of those exclamation marks. And I'm fucking tired of it. And I've had that I don't know how many times, and I want to see what people have said. Okay, so here's what the guy said. I'm gonna have Nikki say it. I'm not gonna read this whole fucking thing. I want Nikki, help me out here, brother. My Italian friend. Here we go. He's coming. Nikki.
So way back when they changed the entire layout of the store and the way it worked.
Okay.
Ever since then, I have had a on the store button.
Oh,
If I go
exclamation
in,
point.
there are no items, bundles, or anything else that I can find to click on to make it go away. Now I am forced to keep checking if there are new cosmetics since I can no longer rely on the store button to have
What the fuck?
when new items come out. Does anyone know how to fix this?
I don't know how to fix it, Nikki. Let's see. It says you have to check all three categories of torsos, pants, and head/weapons, not just full outfits. That's what I found. And that's what this person found, is that it could be a weapon, like a singular weapon that you have to go into the weapons tab to find. And then that's where that exclamation point is, that one thing that you haven't seen. And I wish there was some way that they could call that out, because that just, I don't know, it just bugs the living fuck out of me. Let me see what else is going on. I apologize, guys. There's just not much going on until this new one comes out. Okay, here's an interesting post. Which killer do you like playing the most and why? Okay, that one's good. That one's good. I like that. That's a good start right there.
Damn, I'm good!
So which ones do you like playing the most? You know me. Oni is one of my favorites. Deathslinger is also the big one. Singularity is the other one. Singularity is probably number 3 on my list. I would say Deathslinger and Oni. Deathslinger is good for the moments. You know, you get some really good, like, clippable moments with Deathslinger. Oni also, and I like Stealth Oni just because nobody sees them coming. They fucking freak out. But let me see here. Here's what somebody said. Pig! I love the stealth she has. She has fun add-ons. She's my favorite character from the Saw franchise, and I think she's super cute.
Oh, sexy girlfriend.
I also really enjoy the dash ability. I do not agree with her on this. Next one, Xenomorph, which is interesting. I would not have expected that. Xenomorph, and it's not even close. I love the franchise, and it's a killer with a very high skill expression. Here's what's interesting. They say you have to play conventional DBD, but at the same time you don't, which is interesting. And I want to go here. I actually like this because that's a concern a lot of players have, is that DBD is kind of samey, right? That it's a little repetitive, that all the killers kind of play the same, that all the strategies are pretty much the same. So this person is saying Xenomorph would be an exception to that. So let me see. I want to see that they elaborate on this. It says there are loops that are annoying for standard killers, but Xeno's tail enables an alternative method to play them, which is true. They can play over like low obstacles. So it says low wall loops like fillers and cars, you can get hit. You can get a hit if you aim right. TLs, you can fake going one way, double back, and shoot the tail through the window. Let's see. Garden of Joy, House Porch, God Pallet. You could shoot over the railing from the ground to get a nice hit. Even Drop Shack Pallet is playable if you have a Vault perk. It's just very satisfying to get surprise hits over objects that survivors don't expect you to be able to. That's actually really cool. And that's interesting that with this killer, you can play those loops very differently. And there are other killers where the loops can be dramatically different depending on, their abilities and your ability to use their abilities. And let me see. Somebody says Chucky, he's super fast, small, he's able to own loops and is very versatile. I love how he shit talks survivors, which is cool. I like that too.
You got some kick-ass shit.
And let's see. I only wish they gave his window scamper, as that was not problematic at all. I agree. It was not really a problematic thing, but the survivors took it away like they always do, right? Let me see what else we've got. Nemesis and Legion with Spirit, Fury, Enduring Hubris, and either 2 can play or Brutal Strength. I love not giving a fuck about palettes. That's actually really good, a really good thing there, and I'm going to go back to it. The Spirit, Fury, Enduring Hubris, and Brutal Strength on Legion. The reason that's good is all 4 of those perks are pallet-related perks. It's about kicking them faster. It's about if you kick 2 pallets and break 2, then if you get stunned by 1, you basically have no, your recovery is so fast, it's like you didn't even get stunned. And that's just, it's a pretty cool little build there. And one of my viewers recommended that on Gideon Meat Plant, and that won me over. That was great. I had a fun time with that because there's not much they can do. Let me see what else. Somebody said Ghostface. I enjoy getting the stock off, being a little silly. Somebody said the Artist because they like landing those crows. Okay, here's one. Is the Twins. Now, it says they're very hated and to some capacity for good reason. Here, I'm actually going to have Nikki do this because I'm kind of testing Nikki's voice out. I have his exaggeration level turned up more. I'm going to turn it down a little and I'm going to see what he sounds like. Here we go. Exaggeration's lower.
I acknowledge they're a very poorly designed killer in terms of the survivor side, but I cannot deny how much I enjoy them. The high risk, high reward of going for Victor Snipes, the way you have to be able to track and pressure every survivor at once against competent survivors, the way a snowball against a team can feel so satisfying, etc. I've mained them for well over a year now and loved them even while they were clunky. The QOL changes a while ago only made me love them more.
Okay, so that's interesting. And see, that's the thing that gets me is killers with a lot going on. I enjoy killers where you are not just chasing and looping. Like the first one that comes to my mind is Clown. The second one would be somebody like Wraith. I like killers where there are multiple things that you're tracking all at once. Singularity is a perfect example of that you're having to balance. You're having to look at all of your cameras. You're having to do X, Y, and Z over and over again, checking everything. That to me is a really fun thing, and it's really absorbing. And also Deathslinger, just because you have to really concentrate on those shots. That gets me. And whenever you land those shots, whenever you start getting on a roll of Singularity, like there's not a whole lot that's better than that. And then those skill shots with Oni. I mean, that's why those are my three right there. And that to me, that's my personal play style. I would be curious to know why, if somebody is a clown lover, why they would love playing clown, because he's pretty damn basic. Wraith is the same way, just in my opinion. And then also maybe Hillbilly, although, I don't know. He requires a bit more. Let me see. Here we go. Let me see here. Let me see. Somebody saying Survivor side is not fun. I would agree. And then also, I think that's it. There's not a lot, and I want to apologize, but I didn't just want to leave you with nothing, because I enjoy doing the podcast. I love hearing from you guys. I love getting content out there. It means a lot to me, and I want to do more about getting the podcast on the different socials. So you can see I posted on TikTok, Toxic Teacher TTV. I'm also posting on YouTube more, trying to get some more of the podcast, little clips out there and shit like that. So if you can, go check those out. Also 5 stars, Spotify, and all that stuff. But I'm very much enjoying the podcast, and I'm experiencing more success with that than I ever did the stream. And I know a lot of the growth that I haven't had has been because I don't post a lot on YouTube. It's mostly like live streaming. That's no way to grow. So, and then also the time off for like mental health reasons, and, because of work, and then because of the master's program I was in, kind of took me away. But this podcast is kind of where it's at. So what I want to do next is we're going to go to our Where Are the Fucking Viewers? And I don't have that song downloaded. So you know what I got to do? I got to fucking find it. And then, hang on. So what can I do? Viewers. Maybe if I type in viewers in my search, and then I go to, what is this? Is this it? Yeah, this is it. Where are the fucking viewers from? Yeah, we'll talk about where the viewers are from now. Oh, yeah. Let's do it.
Where are fucking viewers from? We're about to fucking find out.
Yeah.
Are they from the United States or fucking Ireland?
Yep. There are some.
From Sao Paulo or the fucking Australian island?
Yeah, they are.
Knows?
I do.
Who fucking cares?
I also care. Some.
Toxic does 'cause he's a
Yeah, he
badass.
does.
And Kevin M. Softly is the podcast of global affairs. It's Toxic Teacher. And
Oh,
Kevin
yeah.
M. Softly.
There we go. We got the chorus here.
Where are the fucking viewers from? Let's fuck around and find out. It's
Oh, yeah.
Toxic Teacher. And Kevin M. Softly. Where are the fucking viewers from? Let's fuck around and find out.
Okay, there we go. All right, so let's go to our viewers, and I want to thank somebody. I'm going to have to find a couple. We've got a few new places this week, and this is one of my favorite parts. I know it's not your favorite part. It's one of my favorite ones that I always look at. And guess who's back this week? Now that I look at it, is our good friends from Brattleboro, Vermont. They decided to come back. Hey, Brattleboro, thank you for coming back here. I appreciate that. I did not know that you would, but I appreciate that you have, if that makes sense. That sounds very not poetic. Is that the right word? Yes, it is. And there was something, oh, by the way, there was something poetic I heard on a different podcast I listened to. Somebody said they're getting older. And you know, I'm getting older. I'm considered old by most people these days. But they said, I go to sleep when I used to go out, and I wake up when I used to come in. And that's about right. That I think that describes it perfectly, because you know, you're getting older, you're getting slower, you don't go crazy anymore like you used to, you know. So that just I thought that was funny whenever I heard it. It's a fact of life, man. You get older, you get fucking, you know, get slower. So anyway, hey, Brattleboro, thank you for coming back. We've got a new one that's so interesting to me. And I want to applaud you and thank you for coming by. And that would be Tel Aviv, Israel. All right. So what I'm going to do, just out of kind of neutrality, not going to go into any of that stuff right there. I know a lot of people, hey, they feel strongly about what's going on in that neck of the woods. It is interesting, so to speak. I know interesting is not, it's a great human tragedy. I can say that. You know, being a student of history and geography, and you know, there's a lot that goes into it. It's an incredibly complicated situation. And, you know, I would say anyone that goes on the view that either one side or the other is totally to blame for everything that's ever happened in the past 1,000 years, that's a very simplistic view. But then again, in today's day and age, how do you get like a deep conversation about world affairs or politics or literature or anything, really? You can't do it. People do not have that kind of attention. They've got attention for this.
You gotta give him that hawk too and spit on that thing. You get me?
That's about right. So anyway, Dublin, I want to thank you. You are one of our most loyal listeners here. Dublin is we've gotten a lot of downloads in Dublin, and I don't know why that particular city, but thank you for that. Jasper, Indiana, thank you. Merton, Mitcham, Merton, Antrim and Newton Abbey, you're back. Woodbridge, Ontario. I would assume that that's Canada. That's not, is that Ontario, California, maybe? I doubt it. Dallas, Texas, Birmingham. That's Birmingham. And then San Francisco, California, you the liberals out there. I go out there and live with you guys. And then we go to Hesse. Those Hessians are back. I don't know if you remember. That was like episode probably 3, 4, 5. That the Hessians invaded again the United States. But now they're coming for me. They're not coming for George Washington. Let me see here. Let's go, Nikki. Nikki, I need you to tell me about Frankfurt am Main in Hesse. Okay, that's what I want. Nikki, please. Okay, here we go. He's telling me right now. Oh God, this is okay. Oh, there's a lot here. Jesus Christ. We're going to learn a lot about Frankfurt am Main. I don't know. Is that the same? Is that the same as just Frankfurt? Is that the same as just Frankfurt? Question mark. Okay. So here we go. Let's tell us about Frankfurt is it Main? Main? I don't think Nikki's going to pronounce it right, but we'll try. Okay, we'll try. I'm going to turn his style exaggeration up, and we're going to hear what this sounds like. I'm going to turn his stability kind of in the middle. He may sound a little bit different. I'm fine tuning. Okay, Nikki, tell us about Frankfurt am Main in Hesse. It's going to take a second. See, I should click it and then...
Frankfurt and Maine, huh? Let me tell you, it's a big shot city in Hesse, Germany. It's got this mix of old world charm and shiny skyscrapers.
It sounds
You
like
know
he's
what I'm
driving.
saying? They call it Manhattan because it's got a skyline that makes you think of New York. The place is a major
Jesus Christ,
financial...
what's going on in the background? Hang on, let me see if I turn the similarity back up and then generate it again. Jesus, that was like there was some kind of bass thing under. There we
Frankfurt
go.
and Maine, huh? Let me tell you, it's a big shot city in Hesse, Germany.
Hesse.
It's got this mix of old world charm and shiny skyscrapers. You know what I'm saying?
I do know
they
what
call
you're
it
saying.
Manhattan.
Manhattan.
Because it's got a skyline that makes you think of New York. The
Wow.
place is a major financial hub, home to the European Central Bank, the Deutsche Bundesbank, and all their
Bundesbank.
money-moving institutions.
Wow, the
Now,
Bundesbank.
don't let the fancy suits fool you.
I won't.
It's also got its fair share of culture.
Does it?
The Römer, this medieval
The
style
Römer?
building, is like the heart of the old town.
Huh.
You got museums lined up along the river, what they call Museum Sufer.
The
Covering
Museum
everything
Super.
from art to film. Plus, the city's got that vibe with all the festivals and markets, especially the Christmas market where everyone's down in mulled wine
Wow.
like it's going out of style.
Okay, that
And
sounds
food,
fun, actually.
Forget about it. You got to try the apple vine, apple cider, which
Oh.
they serve in these blue-gray jugs called bembles.
Bembles?
Goes down nice with some green sauce, Gruna Sosa.
Gruna Sosa. Is that how you say it? What is this shit? Bembles. I'm looking up what a bemble is. A bemble. Oh, it's kind of like it's like a pitcher there. And there's actually a website called Bemble with Care that has this apple wine. It's spelled APFELWEIN. Germany's #1 cider. Here at Bemble with Care. Okay, they have cans of this apple vine fruity canned cider, has a large fan base and has been long known beyond the borders of Odenwald. They're available in 8,000 sales outlets across Germany, and their cans are available internationally. Oh, that's interesting. Can I actually buy this? Oh, and they're one of the big, the Wacken Open Air Festival. That's a big, like, progressive metal rock, like concert, like a multi-day concert. And I'm probably getting this wrong. That's what I know. A lot of the bands I like the prog metal, play out there at Wacken. So I wonder if I can actually buy this shit. I think I'm checking now. I want to see because I would like to try to buy it because it sounds good. Like I want some apple cider, man. See, Bemble with Care, apple vine for sale. Okay, see, now we got me interested. Okay, you can buy it at the booze outlet. Oh, fuck, it's expensive. Jesus shit. It's, here we go. At the booze outlet for, how many cans is this? This is 6-pack. Okay, 6 4-pack cans. So you get 24 cans. It's $91. Jesus, mother of shit. I don't know if I want to pay $91 for fucking 24 cans of this stuff.
What in the hell is this crap?
That's probably what Stone Cold would say if he ever tried it. Okay, Nikki, keep going. You're being interesting. We got the green sauce, the Sosa green and sausages.
And sausages.
Yeah.
Classy yet gritty. That's Frankfurt for you.
Okay.
But hey, it ain't all fancy.
It's not?
Frankfurt's also known for its red light district and a rough around the edges nightlife, if you know where to look.
Ooh.
So, whether you're about business
Well,
or
hey-
just looking for trouble, Frankfurt's got a little something for everyone.
Okay, what do you mean by rough around the edges? Nikki, I need to know what you mean by that because now I want to know more about Frankfurt. Oh, good Lord. This could be bad. I don't know what he's going to say. Ugh. Rough around the edges. Here we go. Nikki, tell us what rough around the edges means. Ugh. I hope he doesn't. What's he going to talk about? Prostitutes? Maybe.
You want to know what I mean by rough around the edges?
Yes,
huh?
I do.
Let me break it down for you.
Please do.
Frankfurt despite all the glitz with its banks and shiny towers, has its gritty side.
Does it, Nikki?
You got areas like around the main train station, Hauptbahnhof. Where
Hauptbahnhof.
thing gay.
Whoa, shit, Nikki, what are you doing? Nikki, quit it. Nikki, shit, I have to turn it down. What are you doing? Nikki, stop.
In the middle of the city, right next to all them.
What the fuck? He's freaking out. I don't know why.
Such guys shady dealings in the nightlife at any Zaki for faint of heart. The red light district, for example, is smack dab in the middle of the city, right next to all them.
What the
Oh, check.
Dude, has he lost?
Check,
What is happening? This is Satan.
Fancy office buildings.
What?
You
What?
got dive bars, adult entertainment.
He's
joints,
back.
And folks hustling whatever
What
they
the
can. to
fuck
make a
was
quick buck.
that?
It's a mix of business suits, party animals, and people just trying to get by
Oh my
however
God.
they can.
That freaked me the
So-
fuck out.
When I say, you know, rough around the edges, you know, I'm talking about that contrast. You got luxury hotels and, you know, 5-star restaurants a few blocks from areas that are more on the wild side.
What
It's got
the
charm,
fuck?
sure, but you better keep your wits about you in certain spots. Capisce?
Capisci? He can't even say capiche. And what's funny is, like, at one point he was going, you know, I know, you know, stuff like that, which was not in the description that it had generated. He was saying that totally on his own, and then he became like fucking possessed by the devil, and that was fucking freaky as shit. So we're gonna have to use that somehow. So anyway, guys, we're at 41 minutes. I didn't think I'd be able to fill 41 minutes. Just to give you a heads up, guys, is that I have been streaming some Dead by Daylight, but not as much. I actually have been streaming more Hunt Showdown, if you've ever heard of that game. That was not what I wanted to play. Let me try something else here. No.
Shut up, bitch.
Okay, close enough. Hunt Showdown, I think I talked about it before, is an extraction game. Takes place in like the 1890s in Louisiana. It's kind of this dark horror Western. You're like a cowboy bounty hunter trying to kill these monsters and then extract the bounty out of the map. And it's intense, man. That's all I gotta say is that shit fucking scares me because it's like, I don't know I'm gonna die until like I've been shot, because it's hard to tell where people are shooting you from. There's a lot of hiding, a lot of sniping and bullshit like that. And it gets my blood boiling. So I have been streaming that a little bit and I've been having a lot of fun. They just recently did like a full-on upgrade and now they're calling it Hunt Showdown 1896. So if you get the chance, I would recommend, if you're into that kind of thing. I think the barrier to entry is pretty low, is not real high. I don't believe the game is fucking like astronomically expensive. Let me see here. I'm gonna check on Steam. I'm gonna say Steam Hunt Showdown. I think they officially changed its name to the 1896. Yeah, they did. They officially changed the name. I was curious if that was just what they were calling it or if that was a full-on like rebranding. It shows it costs $30. The base game is $30, but then there's all kinds of extra bullshit you could buy. So for $30, I would say it's worth it. Like it's a pretty fun extraction game. I don't care for Tarkov. That's not my cup of tea. That just I tried it a couple of times and then my own team kept killing me. So I couldn't really do like random groups. But I would recommend this. You can also do solo on there, and there's a lot to it. The guns are great. They feel good. The sound design is some of the best I've ever heard in a game. And then the graphics are excellent as well. So if you want something that's kind of unforgiving, fun, interesting, I would say definitely go for that. It's got the atmosphere that I really, really dig. And I'm having a lot of fun with it. I may make it like a once a week game or even more, especially in the slow times. And a lot of you Dead by Daylight players know exactly what I'm talking about. is that there's like peaks and valleys, right? In that some of us, we get really into Dead by Daylight for a certain period of time, and then you kind of maybe pull away just a little bit, and and then you come back. Something comes out and you're like, oh fuck, I gotta, I want to get back into it. A mode or an event, a killer, a survivor, and so it's one of those things, and this may be my fallback game. This and Fall Guys. If you've ever played Fall Guys, I definitely recommend you play that. That game is free to play, and it's fucking fun as shit, and it's hilarious, especially if you're a streamer. That would give you hours of content. So I definitely recommend those. Guys, that is it for me for this week. I've got really not much else. I want to appreciate everybody who came by, everybody who continues to come by. We made it through 25 episodes, and it's been like 6 months, almost 7 months. Just think, for us to get to 100 episodes, we would have to do 4 times this. So that would be like 2 years. I don't know if any of you guys will be around in 2 years. I don't know if I'm going to be alive to make it to 100 episodes. You may mark that on your calendars, see if I actually live that long. We'll see. I think it'll be interesting. Anyway, guys, thank you, Nikki. Thank you. Here, let me say, Nikki, I want to thank you for coming by. Nikki, I want to thank you for being on my podcast, and hosting my Discord server. Okay, now let's see what Nikki. I don't know. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh no. This could be bad. I don't know if he's gonna freak out and become possessed by the devil. So guys, just get your volume thing ready, just in case. Nikki. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh,
Whoa. Look at this. I'm going big time now, huh? Being on a podcast and running a Discord server. All thanks to you.
Yes.
I appreciate the shout out, pal.
No problem.
Just remember, if this thing blows up and you start rolling in dough,
that's not going to happen.
Nicky here's got to get his cut. You hear me?
You will.
But seriously.
What?
I had a blast messing around on the podcast.
Did you?
Causing a ruckus in your server.
I did too.
Anytime you need some wise guy antics or someone to stir the pot, you know who to call.
Oh, I do, yes. I'll call you.
We're going to take this thing to the moon until I find a better gig.
Oh, well, we'll see if you find a better gig. Oh, you'll ghost me.
Kidding.
Okay, bitch.
Kinda. Here's to more scheming and chaos.
Okay, thank you, Nikki. And thank all of you for listening. Hey, we'll be back. The next stream will probably be, let me see. I've got to check. I'm checking the calendar right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's looking like it's going to be probably around the 5th. The 5th will be the next verified stream. I will be streaming on the 5th. I may stream before that, but you never know. If we do, it'll probably be early. We may do an AM stream on Saturday or Sunday. That would be the 31st or the 1st. So if you're around, you may get an early morning stream one of those 2 days, but the 5th will be the next big one. So anyway, guys, thank you for coming by. I appreciate it. End of episode number 25. Guys, give me a follow, rate me, please, especially on the podcast shit. Give me 5 stars. Come by, leave some comments. Come by the Twitch, wherever you go. If you have questions, want to be on the podcast, let me know. Anyway, get the fuck out of my... Hang on. Can I have him say it? Get the fuck out of my face! Exclamation point. And now let's have Nikki
get the fuck out of my face.
There we go. Get the fuck out of my face.
Taking over the world, kicking one ass at a time. Can't be toxic, toxic. Can't be toxic, toxic. Can't be toxic, toxic. Can't be toxic, toxic. Toxic teachers can't beat them softly. The world isn't ready, doesn't stand a chance. Toxic teachers can't beat them softly. The world